Welcome to Cam Look, your twice-weekly dose of the Cincinnati Art Museum. Every Tuesday and Thursday, a staff member or volunteer will be sharing an object from the permanent collection and posing questions for discussion. Please check back at 10 a.m. every Tuesday and Thursday for a new work and a new conversation. My name is Sue. I'm a volunteer docent here at the Cincinnati Art Museum. Today, I'd like to introduce you to this portrait miniature created by the French artist Jean Baptiste Jacques Augustin. It is worth noting that this miniature was the result of a donation made by fellow Cincinnatian Charles "Skip" Fleischmann. Miniatures were a passion of the Fleischmanns, and he collected over 2,000 of them in his lifetime. So, do you recognize the figure painted in this portrait? The military uniform, sideways glance, and small stature might help you to recognize Napoleon Bonaparte, or Napoleon I, the French military officer who later became the Emperor of France from 1804 to 1814, and then briefly again in 1815. I mentioned that this was something called a miniature, so just how small is a miniature? Well, this one is 2.5 inches by 1 3/4 inches. That's slightly smaller than your standard credit card. So why did miniatures exist? Well, miniatures were very popular in the 16th century, mostly in England and France. They were usually intimate gifts given within the family or by men during courtship. They were likely to be painted when a family member was going to be absent for significant periods of time, like a husband or son going to war or a daughter getting married. Some, like our portrait of Napoleon, were commissioned with the intent to be given as diplomatic or political gifts. This miniature is composed of watercolor paint and gold leaf applied to ivory. As I mentioned, it was painted by the French artist Jean Baptiste Jacques Augustin. Augustin showed artistic talent at a very early age and was sent to school for formal lessons. He moved to Paris, where he developed a large clientele. Augustin was known for his naturalistic and easy style, which allowed for a connection between the subject and the viewer. Eventually, he was hired by Napoleon and awarded a gold medal for his efforts in 1806. After a regime change, he worked for the next king of France, Louis XVIII, where Augustin received the Legion of Honor, France's highest award. Miniatures remained popular until the mid-19th century, when they were replaced by photography, which became the more modern method of capturing the likeness of your loved one. So what about you? What do you have? What keepsake do you have that reminds you of a family member? Do you carry it with you every day or when you take a trip? Or is it a more modern day keepsake, such as a photo on your phone? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below.